What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about WadZPay today, WTK, for the unleavened Baptist himself. Pardon me. I got a little something. I came down with a little something over the last couple days, but looking at this thing, man, I'm sorry it's taking so long. I meant to do this earlier. I'm sorry, but looking at this thing right now, things kind of look bullish. Not gonna lie, things kind of look bullish. You've got this right. It looks like an ascending triangle. It really does. And I know that there was this argument, or maybe I was talking about it at one point, where from here, let's see, from here, we've broken out of it, but I mean, we might still be in it. Like, truthfully, we really might, especially if you hold it to like the closing basis. Um, it's behaving very well. Not gonna lie. Um, RSI is neutral with a kind of bullish tilt to it on the daily perspective. Volume is declining, which is okay. You're higher than this high here with a little bit more volume, but volume's declining. You'd like to see it increase a little bit more. I really would like to see us get back up to this white line. If we can get back up here, you guys, if we break this high really above about 2.4 cents that it's on, if not, it is completely possible you could go lower. It's kind of hard to say at this point in time. This is such a low cap coin that it really could do its own things, separate from the market. Like Bitcoin and the rest of the market can go down while this thing goes up. Controversially to that, it's a small cap coin. So if Bitcoin goes down, it could heavily go down more than Bitcoin does. So I don't know, as far as like key areas to watch, I would say we're probably done going lower if we could confirm a day or a week to close above this price here, above about 2.4 cents. Controversially to that, or the opposite effect of that, man, I would say truthfully probably below there. Yeah, if you close below like 1.77 cents, it's probably on to the downside. And, you've got a little closing basis here, a little support zone there, a little bit of a resistance area here, of course, but also another thing is this trend line that we've got. Something like that. Yeah, like right there. That would be our kind of make it or break it point, I would think. And maybe as the days go on, this line can get raised up, sure, in accordance with this trend line. But if it gets too high, then really the area to watch would be this like closing area, this closing zone, or sorry, not closing zone, resistance zone. I can't talk today. Because this kind of looks like an ascending triangle in itself almost, right? This like that little bit there with this little bit here, right? And if you come back below this line, that would give this like a false breakout kind of feel. And with lower volume, I think that's something to be aware of. The RSI on the daily does look very nice, got to say. I think the last time I made my video on this, I was calling for lower prices, but man, it has held up pretty well. And it did go a little bit lower. When did I make? I wonder when I made my last video, actually. Maybe it hasn't gone lower. It might have just gone up since my last video, man, honestly. But that's okay, man. It's not a bad thing. Let's see, from top to bottom, you're above your 382. I mean, with this look, man, if you were to go lower to your 236, which that's right there at that like 177 zone, maybe you can wick below it, but just don't break below it. You could go to your 236, you might not even hit it, but if you could bounce off of that and then go up, that's a very classic move right there, and that looks to be holding this kind of trend as well. Breaking above your 382, that's nice to see. That really is nice to see. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Let's see here. Top to bottom. You're finding support on your 236, man. You're moving up. I don't know, man. This doesn't look half bad. Not going to lie. With this kind of look, actually, I would expect that you'd see the 618 to the 69. I forget what my last video was, if I was bearish or bullish, but I'm a little bit bullish on it now. You could go a little bit lower and still be fine. But, man, up here at about 7 to 9 cents, looks like it's where you want to go. If we were to take this, nope, that's the wrong one. If we were to take this from the bottom to like where the flat top would be, which would be, I guess, like right here, breakout point. I don't know, that'd take us to deeper retracements. And I wouldn't expect that we'd stop there. Maybe we find some resistance or whatever, but I would expect that we do probably go up more. hard to say like what happens once we get there, but at the moment, you guys, coming up like this, you hit your 382, found resistance, went below your 236, came back up, and now you found a double tap on your 236. Like statistically speaking, anytime I see this kind of behavior with fibs, you have a very good chance, very like solid chance. I'd say 70+% chance of going up to your 61869. And then if you have a positive reaction up here, you have a very strong likelihood of seeing extensions too, which would be new all-time highs between about $1.25 and $5.73. So bullish things, man. Bullish things in the mix for this. Not a whole lot of volume. That's the one kind of concern that I have. I mean, yes, there is. Like, yes, there is kind of, relatively speaking, but it's overall you can see how it's like declining. I don't know. But you're moving up and volume's inclining on a week to week side. The weekly looks a lot better than the daily does. The RSI on the daily looks a lot better than the weekly's RSI. I don't know, man. There's some things that are kind of conflicting, but overall, I'm bullish. If I wasn't bullish before, and I don't think I was, I'm bullish now. I think it's going up, man. I think you are going to see from this relative top here to that low, the all-time low. I think you're going to see price in this white zone, right there in the sweet spot between 7 and 10 cents, basically. So that's all I got for you. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. I don't know when that's going to happen. It could happen by the end of this year. It really could, especially with the idea that you are in an ascending triangle. You're kind of winding up. When you break out, it's going to be a breakout. It's going to be, right? It's going to be a very fast move up. It's not going to take like months to do. It might take months to get to the point of the breakout, but when you break out, maybe it takes a month or like a couple weeks or something like that. Here you're moving up pretty fast, and that took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, so like a month and a half, but still you moved up a pretty tremendous amount from low to high, like literally pulled a 10x, 10.5x, basically. So I don't know, man. I'm bullish on it right now. I do think that this ascending triangle is actually still there. I really do think it is still there. I want to get it on the closings. Close. Just like that. Yeah, it looks clean, man. It really does look clean. Generally, hugging it like this, you don't get this positive reaction. You really don't. You break through, but man, you got a positive reaction. You did. You're above your 50 on, like, I like it. I like it, man. I like it for sure. I think it looks decent. It could go lower. It really, right here it's at 2 cents. It could come all the way back down to like 1.7 cents. Don't be surprised if it does. Just a good opportunity to buy, But that's really all I have to say. So if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. Yeah, man. Looks great. Looks so constructive. I think you want to go higher. Finding resistance at 236. So what? You've been stair stepping. I'm going to get rid of this line so it's not as much noise. But to your 786, deep retracement. To your 0.5, bounce off the 786 again, bounce off your 618 area twice, and then up to your 236. You probably come back to your 382, maybe even the 618, maybe, but it's a little lower than I'm thinking. So anyways, take care, everybody. Have a good day.